has, if you're not watching at home, she has the cutest background I've ever seen in my life. It's a harvest scene. Looks like it was taken on a sound set, but it's adorable. I love it. I love that you did that.
Anything but my apartment in the background for you.
Right. Anything but the asbestos back room of the basement, which is basically Lauren's apartment. Can I make a request just for the people that are going to view this? Can you like pop your hair on top of your head more? Because I'm telling you right now, it's like with the background and with your hair, it's giving like pilgrim vibe. It's coming very low.
I look too bald.
Yeah, pop it up, get some spunk.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Oh, great. Welcome to episode 8 of the Bonnie Barnes Show. Lauren's panicking. She's like, "Oh, my boss is gonna fire me. My hair looks so bad." I've told her, I said, if you want a keratin treatment, if you want a Brazilian blowout, we will do it over the holidays, which I think she's gonna end up saying, I'll take it. Anyway, episode 8 of the Bonnie Barnes Show. The producers. Oh, that's so much cuter. That looks so much better. Oh, and that looks a lot better. It's not blending in with the background as much. So it's giving. Oh, you have a little Starbucks holiday cup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get me a cup? I told you to go get me some of the reusable ones.
No, I forgot.
Okay, great. Great work. Excellent job. You do so well at this. Today we're going to recap Thanksgiving for you, which really turned out to be an interesting day. I keep joking, it was kind of my island of misfit toys. We had a cast of characters and we had a couple of revelations that were really exciting. We're also going to touch base on Deb. Everybody wants to know about Deb. Everybody's like, how's Deb? Did she make up with Lauren? Are you still taking her on as a client? You're going to find out. Spoiler alert, Deb and I are still very good friends. Happy about that. Happy we didn't have to go the cancel route. We didn't have to cancel Deb, like we thought. We thought we were going to have to change the phone numbers, change the email, the whole damn thing. So we did. Got it worked out. And then I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and tell you what's going on with my neighbor, Dick, who has decided to press charges on.
Who's Dick?
Dick is our neighbor, the neighbor who accused my son, saying he allegedly threw a pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, through their big glass window. But again, I told you, you don't have it on the Ring camera, so we're not going to play cat and mouse with you, Dick. If you don't have the video, you don't have the video.
I think his name's Richard. I don't think he goes by Dick.
Oh, did he tell you to tell me that? Because he's told me that 100,000 times. He says, excuse me, Bonnie, my name's Richard. Debbie calls me Dick. I thought, what decade did you grow up in? That's what people who are named Richard go by Dick. And he is a dick. He's a fucking loser, too. So I'm going to call him whatever I want. It's Dick. So, and I honestly, I prefer you call him Dick. I really don't. Richard to me is like a dignified older man who's kind, who, if someone's son accidentally set their deck on fire, having a fire pit, which kids do, someone named Richard would be like, they're there, we'll figure it out as a family, as a neighborhood. No. Dick called the cops and is pressing charges. So now Trisha's husband, Jerry, whatever, we'll get to it. But yeah, he's gotten.
The only reason I brought it up is because I introduced myself to him when I was coming over to your house. And I said, "Oh, Richard, do you go by any, nicknames or anything?" And he just said anything but Dick.
Okay. Well,
so I think maybe.
And to which you should have said, I have allegiance to my boss, Miss Bonnie Barnes, who I'm sure you know because your lawyer's been calling her lawyer. And basically, it's been about $3,000 in the last 7 days so that my son doesn't go to juvie because of my husband's negligence. And thank God Tyler was there. Anyway, I don't even want to, let's just get into the episode.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah. Bottom line, when it comes to my enemies, you need to be appropriate and not, open your big fat mouth and blab and say things that are going to make me liable for, stuff that you say because you have. Lauren has sort of her life can get very boring at times, kind of like empty. And so she clings on to my drama and the cast of characters in my life. And sometimes she says too much, puts her foot in her mouth, and I don't want her to have to go to court and testify too. So anyway, this Thanksgiving was me and John decided to extend an invitation to Lauren and to her friend Alexis. And
it's very nice. We were very excited about that.
Yeah, they were really excited. They were really excited to get out of LA, come down south, have some good home cooking, hang out, play the Wii. We all had a bit of a revelation. Okay, we our brains turned inside out because when Lauren walked in with Alexis, who's her girlfriend, it clicked in our heads. Me and John and Caleb and Jake, even Tanya, we're all going, looking around because we're going, Lauren is the boy in the relationship. And it like was a lightning bulb going off in my head. And I thought, now I get it. But then
just because Alexa is more feminine than me, it doesn't make me a
much more feminine.
The boy.
Much more feminine. I'd say not only much more feminine, I mean, not to be judgmental of you, but I'd say you're batting out of your league. I mean, I gotta tell you, me and John, our heads going, Lauren, Alexis, makes no sense. Alexis came in, gorgeous blowout, gorgeous nails, beautiful tennis outfit on, and I'm just looking at her and I'm going, come here. What's going on? What's brought you two together? It was a shock to the system. Shocked us.
Yeah, everyone was really inappropriate towards her, actually.
I think everybody was welcoming, kind, passionate, tolerant, excited. All of the above.
Jacob kept staring at her tits.
All right. Well, Jacob is a 16-year-old red-blooded American male. I always say it. Boys will be boys. And what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go like this, like he's 6? Put my hands in front of his mouth? Do you want me to call him in the other room and say, you're a pervert? You're a bad kid? What do you want me to do? Maybe she shouldn't have been wearing a tight workout outfit at a family Thanksgiving. I liked it because it's something, I thought, well, maybe I'll borrow that tomorrow morning. What would you like me to do?
I don't know.
Maybe you should.
And I did. I actually told him, please stop hitting on my girlfriend.
Okay. Well, that's what a gentleman would do. So I'm happy that you stepped up to the plate and said, hey, that's my girl. That's my cowgirl you're talking to. Caleb was super into Alexis, my son Caleb, who loves home ec, and he loves theater. He just thought, my God, he came up to me and he said, my God, she looks like Julia Roberts. The whole family were just going, Caleb's like, what is she doing with, Raggedy Ann over there?
That's so rude.
Well,
and he also commented on what I was wearing.
He did.
He was, he loved what Alexis was wearing, but then he told me that I look homeless and that I might want to get new clothes.
What's interesting? For all, you're so, LGBT, everything's fair. What you just did when you pretended, whatever that was, to be Caleb, you did a little head roll.
Did I?
Like you're kind of mocking him. And as to what, I don't know, because he's loves his girlfriend Beth, loves women. So I don't know why I'd characterize him like he's.
I didn't do that. I don't think that I did that.
He said, oh, girl, you look bad, or whatever you're saying, he said. And you know what?
I was wearing a Christmas sweater, not a Christmas sweater, but like a normal
Bill Cosby kind of
sweater.
Yeah, sweater. We teach our sons to take constructive criticism and give constructive criticism. So if he said something to you about your sweater, I'm sure he was trying to say, hey, you're fit, why don't you wear something more flattering? John was having a lot of fun with Alexis, teaching her how to do the Wii bowling, which is a blast. Everybody loves the Wii. We have Dance Revolution, which she was really good at, and everybody was enjoying.
Yeah, John was fine, but John was kind of once he saw Alexis kind of was acting differently around me.
Around you?
I was trying to help with the cooking, and he'd be like, Lauren, you don't need to be doing that. Like, you're one of the
Right.
guys now. It's like,
Yep.
I have not changed.
Yep.
The
Oh,
only thing that changed is Alexis showed up.
you know what? The same way the Barnes family is very tolerant of the LGBTI, you need to be tolerant of us. And it is human nature that once something clicks and once the synapses fire and they go, oh, that's why Lauren wears, the tight muscle shirts and the earrings, and once you go, oh, then you're more comfortable. Sue me for being an American with eyes. And when I see different types of people, my brain categorizes them in order. Anyway,
We can move on. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
oh, so I certainly was not. We had a lot of fun. We all hot tubbed as a group. Well, I didn't hot tub because I don't really like to get my hair wet, and the boys tend to splash. Even when I'll say like, "Do not splash me," they're playing and they do it anyway. And so I've just learned to not get in the hot tub. But I know you all had fun. You all stayed in there pretty late. Alexis were in there pretty late. Finally, I put on the intercom to Tanya. Did I tell you this? I go,
What?
I said, back down to her room, I said, turn the floodlights on. I said, get those floodlights on. And the whole backyard was illuminated because we thought,
That was you.
yeah, because we thought, whatever, have fun, enjoy the amenities. But I thought,
I mean, if I'm being honest, I knew that was you.
yeah, well, I thought 11 o'clock at night, that's at a stranger's house. Um, and you made Jacob leave, which I thought he's just trying to fit in. The kid's trying to fit in, and he has enough going on with the deck. So
It was he needed to sober up.
from the CBD. When you eat such a heavy meal, when you eat Thanksgiving dinner and you eat the turkey and you have CBD on top of it, man, you're out like a lot.
Hmm.
So I'm glad you kept him from having some kind of drowning episode in the hot tub.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Tanya does a great job with Thanksgiving. She really is like my left-hand man. You're my right-hand man, but you're hanging out with John, taking shots of Ciroc. But Tanya gets a little pissy. Like at a certain point at 3 o'clock when we weren't eating, I said, "What, chip chop, let's wind this clock down. Like let's get some food in these kids' bellies. They're gonna start crying, having tantrums." And she's like, "There."
Bonnie wouldn't let anyone help us cook. It was me and Tanya cooking everything. She wouldn't let Alexis help.
She's a guest.
And
Yes.
Trish too.
Jesus Christ, Trisha. At like 4 o'clock, bang, 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 knocking on the door. She's run over from her house and she's like clammy, sweaty. Here's all my stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing here? You have your family Thanksgiving. She's like, Bonnie, I just really needed a break. I was overstimulated. The girls are screaming, acting up, and then Blake's throwing food everywhere. And I said, well, I mean, you can pop in for 20 minutes, maybe have a cup of coffee, have a half a piece of pie, but it's kind of we don't really have the food to share with Trish. We just don't.
We have plenty of food.
Well,
We had leftovers for like a week.
we didn't know if we did have sons. Once you have sons, you'll understand they eat quite a bit more. And we'll say you ate a lot, which I mean, I'm not trying to monitor you. I'm not trying to watch you, but something to think about. You're not getting any younger. What was I going to say about something popped in my brain? Oh, now that we started talking about Trish, my brain went pretty much ice cold. No,
You really like the sweet potatoes that I made.
yeah, I did. Yeah, Alexis was like, "Oh, Bonnie, I'm so thrilled to be in your house. Thank you so much for inviting me. You're so polite," which she didn't say any of that. And she was like, "I love like having sweet potato casserole with marshmallows. Like that's my favorite thing." I said, "Of course we'll do that for you. We'd love to do that."
And when I brought up doing the sweet potatoes that my mom makes, and I feel like a lot of people do the sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top for Thanksgiving.
Right.
Totally normal.
Mhm.
Bonnie shot me down. She said that's disgusting and she's not going to feed that to her family.
Well, I guess you grew up. I
But
guess
then
I
Alexis says she wants it and it's all good.
I guess I can say this because I am white, is white trash. It's hillbilly shit. And so, I mean, Alexis had a very specific recipe. It was a specific Ina Garten recipe. Beautiful, like, ingredients, and the marshmallows kind of like a cute, fun thing, like a cheeky thing. You were just like, hey, I got the Jif marshmallows. If you don't put it on there, I'm gonna have a fit, I'm gonna scream, run around, cause a scene, and be a problem.
We brought the same recipe.
Well, I think that you and Alexis were a joy to have at the house. It was very, very fun to have girls there. I'm only used to having boys around. And
Glad to hear I'm a girl again.
what would you call yourself? I mean, how would you describe it?
I'm
Because
a girl.
I'm 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 getting lost in the sauce here with this conversation. Speaking of girls, I'm glad you made up with Deb.
I
That was
I was
nice.
scared at first, but
That was a nice. You got into the holiday spirit. Here's what happened with Deb. She came over because she heard the last podcast and she was not happy. She was not happy that Lauren accused her of being GAY in front of America, millions of listeners. And
I
she,
wouldn't say accused, but okay.
what's the word? Cuff me. Cuff
I
me.
had a guess.
What's the
I
word?
assumed maybe.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what's worse, saying accused and outing someone on a national radio program. She stormed up to the house. I mean, she was like a stormtrooper up to the door, and she was like, "How dare you? You know, Bonnie is my mentor, and she's gonna match make me, and she's gonna help me meet my Mr. Big. How dare you accuse me of anything otherwise?"
Yeah, she got really close to my face.
Well,
She's
she did. I will
she
say,
was flipping me off, and
yeah, throwing
I
up
was
that.
up against a wall. Like I'm kind of afraid to say anything, honestly.
Yeah,
Well, not now. I mean, we're okay now.
you're fine now, but she definitely got, what's the word? Not, I don't want to use the wrong word. Not violent, but aggressive, I'd say. I'd say her anger overtook her. And she was like, Bonnie, she was like, Bonnie's such a bright woman. She's such an attractive, fun, sexy woman. And you treat her like, everybody, she was screaming, flipping tables. Everybody in this house treats her, badly, and she deserves so much more. And I thought, here, here, amen. She did have a different look. Did you notice that?
In what way?
Her outfit was intense.
Oh, the camo pants.
Yeah, her outfits are usually intense. Like, when you know how it is when you purge clothes and you're in a new stage of life and you don't know how to put together, something you're comfortable in. I think it's just that, like I said, a result of her divorce. But she had those baggy camo pants on, the bucket hat.
Yeah, and the tank top, even though it was cold outside.
Yeah, and I said, "Aren't you freezing, girl?" And she had given me this flannel. I don't know if the folks at home can see this.
Oh my God, she gave you her flannel.
Yeah, she did. Well, because
That looks gross.
all right. Well,
Is it clean?
gross. What is it?
Is it clean?
Yeah, it's clean. Smells like Old Spice. Totally clean. She we set her up on a double date, had the best time, went Montgomery Inn with her and Roger and my husband. Had so much fun. Roger had to go, he had to leave early. He said, like, oh, out of nowhere, it's on my stomach.
Who's Roger?
He's the guy that we set Deb up with on a double date. But like halfway through dinner, he was like, out of nowhere, he's like, I think I have a stomach bug, and he left. So then we all went back to our house, and she asked John if John could go inside, because we had a bonfire in the backyard. And she asked John if he could go inside because she wanted to have girl talk with me. And John's like, don't have to tell me twice, talk about pantyhose and Golden Girls and, whatever it is, Gilmore Girls, whatever it is you want to talk about. Get your period. Which I don't know if Deb gets a period, to be honest.
She does.
How do you know?
She's a woman.
Well, I'm talking about her age, honey. Not everything. Why don't you crucify me? Not everything's about getting canceled and saying the wrong thing and being,
She's not that old.
Elon Musk, not Ben Shapiro. She basically wanted to talk to me at the fire pit, and then I was like, I need to go in. I'm really, really cold. And she's like, no, 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 no. Just take my flannel, and then you can stay outside and keep talking to me. And I was like, okay. And then I tried to give it back to her at the end of the night. She insisted I keep it. So, yeah.
You're just holding on to it, taking it everywhere with you.
And it's chilly out. This month has been
Warm
unseasonably
up your legs
cold.
while you're.
Yeah, warm up my legs. It's been really cold out, and she's like, "I love to see you in that." She's a great friend. The deck, Lauren. The deck is such.
Well, I should tell everyone that I ran into Deb at B Dubs.
You were there for Diamond Dog, or what is what's the deal? It's
I think it's like $5 for 5 wings or something.
Yep, which that's totally up your alley. Who were you at B Dubs with?
I had a couple beers and
who were you at B Dubs with? Maybe I would in a Diet Coke.
To some friends after work one day, and yeah, I ran into Deb, and
who was Deb with?
We just like hit it off.
I mean,
I don't know, some people I've never seen before.
Doesn't surprise me, honestly.
Dressed like her too,
like Harley Davidson kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, like, from the jump, I didn't understand why y'all weren't friends, because I thought there's a lot of similarities there, but
yeah, she kind of just hit me on the back and was like,
yeah,
all right, girl.
She hits you, she'll slap you, she'll grab you. Yeah. But honestly, at the end of the day, Deb is a straight, what do you say, cis
yeah
woman, who's looking for a man. And maybe that's why she was at B-Dub. Except, see, I told Deb, I said, you need to go to a steakhouse if you're trying to find a man. Smith and Walensky, Mastro's, whatever it is, sit at the bar. Our wires must got crossed because she's at B-Dubs. So
yeah, I'm just staying out of it.
Okay, well, you'll stay out of it until I tell you I need you to get involved in something. Okay, it's horribly wrong. Here's what's going on with the deck. I told y'all that Jacob had a little gathering. No alcohol, no kissing, no sex, whatever you want to say. But it was a couple of guys from the football team, and he had a bonfire, which young boys do, and it happened to spread, which is normal, happens in the fall quite a bit. But it did catch the neighbor's deck and took it out. My neighbor took the deck out.
Richard.
He's the one who supposedly saw Jacob smash his door in with the jack-o'-lantern. So he didn't have any footage of that. Unfortunately, this time with the deck, because I said to him, well, how do you know it was Jacob's bonfire that said, how do you know it wasn't, Elena's fire down the street, that she always has? And he said, he used a few not nice words to me, I'll tell you that. He said,
what did he say?
He said, because you dumb fucking bitch, I took a video of it. That's what he said to me. And I will say, when he said that to me, I thought John was going to haul off and just knock him on his ass. But he turned around because he got overwhelmed with being upset. He wasn't laughing. He got overwhelmed, being upset, and he had to walk away. So yeah, Dick and I said, well, where's the video? And he said, like I would show you. But he said he put it on Nextdoor. And I did see it on Nextdoor. I did see Jake and all his friends. They're like, get the hose, get the buckets, freaking out. They ultimately couldn't extinguish the fire. I said, why don't you just let me buy you a new deck, Dick? And he said, because you're not going to parent your son. You're not going to teach him a lesson. I am. And I thought, you're in for the ride of your life. Because I'll tell you one thing about Bonnie Barnes right now. When I get my sights on someone, when I get a target on someone's back, I will just stop at nothing to ruin their life. And that's what I'm going to do, Dick. Ruin his life. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dr. Professor Richard Ricardo. No, Dick. That's what we're gonna call him. So we'll see where that lands. John's not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. And, you know, the cops came to my house and they're like, I invited them in. We had a drink. We had a tequila. And they said, you don't need to worry about this. We're not going to pursue this,
Great.
So it
Good
happens.
luck.
Help me.
Keep me posted.
Well, you might have to end up, if he has to go to court and things like that, you might have to be taking notes, doing some typing, typist.
Sure, I will.
Yep.
I'll be here.
Right. Great. What was your favorite part of Thanksgiving? My favorite part was when Tyler stopped by.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because, like, right when he showed up, the first thing you wanted to tell him was that Alexis is gay. He feel like right when he walked in, you kind of like hit him with it. Like,
yeah. Well,
maybe he might have. I thought maybe he, I thought it was cute. He kind of like maybe had a crush on her. I was like looking at her.
I guess I felt the need to make everybody comfortable. The same way I make you comfortable, and I say, you're GAY, and that's FINE. If Tyler comes in, I'm gonna say, just so you know, these girls are different, and we love that. We celebrate it. I wanted him to know that we celebrate you, Lauren. That's all. So.
Yeah, Jacob was surprised he was there. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I'm have a heart for everybody. I have a heart for my community, and I invited a lot of people from the school, from the team, and he showed up with about 3 dozen donuts. I think he was surprised there was so few people there. I think he was expecting maybe like the whole team to be there.
That's what he told me. He said you had told him the whole team was going to be there.
Well,
did you invite the whole team?
I did. I invited.
And no one showed up.
I invited the coaching staff.
Okay.
That's who I invited. But Tyler and I ended up. I said, well, come down. I wanted to talk to him a little more about Jacob and what happened with the deck. And John had fallen asleep. I mean, John fell asleep about 8 o'clock in the guest room. I took Tyler down the wine cellar and I was like, I just want to, pick your brain a little bit about my son. He spends more time with my son than I did. And we had a great chat. So yeah, he left about the same time y'all got out of the hot tub. So, we all have our lives. Okay.
Have our what? Yeah.
My niece, she's so funny. She also has a TikTok. Her name's Maddie. She's so cute. Don't you love her?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she's fun. She has a TikTok. It's called Maddie Stover Comedy. You can also follow that. I gotta tell you, I look absolutely like beyond today. I mean, I'm just like firing on all cylinders today.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you. You look much better with the hair up higher. So, see, yeah. Yeah, people agree at him. Anyway, girl, I cannot wait to talk to you in a couple days. Take the weekend off, have fun. Maybe find a hot tub. I don't know what you do.
Okay, thanks.
All right, honey, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.